So, okay.
I'd like to go ahead and call the meeting to order. Meeting has been duly called. Appropriate notice has been given. We do have a quorum present. Madison, we had a meeting earlier, and we decided the person with the most festive winter sweater would lead us in the pledge tonight. So we'll stand for the pledge.
It'll be his last meeting he'll attend after that.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Madison. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is our public comment opportunity. Jennifer, we did no sign-ups this evening.
Oh, tonight's talk, is that where someone gets to talk?
You had to sign it.
So there is a process to do
I
that.
did not know that.
Okay. We do have the forms that, there's a sign-in sheet at the back, in the back when you come in.
And so do I need to go sign that?
Well,
Or is
technically,
it too late?
it is too late. But there are extra forms. If you just grab one, that way you have it. And that way you can come in, you can sign up, and bring you up, no big deal. But
Okay,
at this
so
point,
what, at the next meeting?
it'd be the next meeting.
So here's my deal, guys. So I was working over at the high school, and I got, they did a background check. I was gonna give you guys this paperwork to get a jump on trying to do the
It's not,
waiver thing.
unfortunately, it's not the time for that.
As I was talking to some lady on the phone, she said she'd call me back yesterday, and I never got.
I did. I left you.
Was
a
that
message.
you?
Yes,
I was
ma'am.
wondering who it was.
I left you a voicemail.
Okay, I didn't, I checked my voicemail, I didn't hear you on there.
Yeah, I did. I had somebody in the room with me to make sure as well.
Okay, so,
So,
and so
but I
I just
did.
get that form and then I have to wait till
Yep,
next time?
right outside on
Actually,
that
I'm gonna
table.
send you the information, like I told you. I've got a
Yeah, I
letter.
looked at my email, I didn't see it.
You're gonna get the email and the letter.
Oh,
You're gonna
okay.
get both. I'm gonna mail
Okay.
it to you as well.
Okay, and I'll take one from here too, just to be safe.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, so where's the phone?
Motion to approve the agenda.
Oh, thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second it.
All right, thank you.
And the minutes. Motion and second. Any discussion? All those in favor? It's unanimous. Moving on to reports, our academic report, Ms. Lawrence.
Okay, we have some very special guests tonight, if y'all wanna come on down. we have our district counselors. We thought it would be a really great time of the year to celebrate the work they're doing because they do so much behind the scenes for our students and our families. And we just thought it would be a great time for everyone to get to hear some of the fun things they're doing. Ms. Hatman is gonna kind of lead the charge here. And before she speaks, I do want to point out that each of you have your books from Ms. Cotter, and they're signed. And this is the book that she, that y'all voted on,
So she could
the
sign.
Yep.
procedure for the school. So that is on Amazon now. Is anything else you want to say, Ms. Cotter?
No, ma'am.
She just gifted everyone a book of her.
Thank
It's very
you.
exciting. It's also from author. So, okay, I'm gonna let you.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay. We wanted to thank the school board and administration. We think this is the first time as a group we've been in front of the school board, so thank you for letting us come. This group works behind the scenes, so some of them are kind of nauseous even coming and having to speak. Some of them sent me that the roads were hazardous because of the rain today, so they wouldn't make it. But here they are. So we thought this was pretty important, though. This is a difficult time of year for kids, for families, and this is an important group to make sure everybody kind of stays the course. And there's no way for us to even touch anything that they do in the 15 minutes that we have or so, but we asked them to at least give some tidbits because school counseling has changed so much. For me, it's been a long time since I was in school, but for even some of us that have been out even a shorter amount of time, school counseling has changed quite a bit. So we just wanted them to share a little bit. So our first group will come up and share first. Come on up.
Hi. Good evening, everybody. My name is John Guffey. I'm one of the school counselors at Hackler. I'm representing K-5 school counseling program.
We're moral support.
Moral support, I got a good group here. This is Katie Kreiner, school counselor at Nelson Wilkes, Charlotte Patrick at kindergarten, and Teresa Easton is with me at Hackler. So it's hard to describe what a school counselor does. Ms. Hatman said that well, and so I'll just say it the way I say it to 8-year-olds. You know, our number one job is to keep kids safe, and we do that through all sorts of ways in helping students. And we just want to be good representatives for all the blessings that the community has provided us with. We have so many resources in this community, and we just try to do our best to be good stewards of those resources. One of the things that we do that we all take part in is classroom lessons, and that's a very big important part of our jobs. We take social emotional learning very seriously. Some topics that we've talked about this year at Hackler have been coping skills, dealing with things when we're not feeling our calmest, friendship. We've talked about responsibility and just being a good overall student. Those are tier 1 supports that all students receive, and then some students need individual counseling and they can refer themselves to us, or we can be referred from a teacher or administrator. And so when that occurs, we try to help those students with whatever they're going through. The number one thing that students usually say that they need help with is their home life. We actually keep some data on that, and that's our number one need that students see us for. When things are kind of go beyond our scope with students, and we see that we're not able to help them just a brief time that we have with them, we usually look into school-based mental health as another option. And so we're responsible for doing referrals. Usually we refer to Hometown Behavioral Health and Kidspiration at Hackler. We have some great folks that come into our building, and we communicate with them quite often. We want to know how those students are progressing in therapy. We want to make sure that their parents are satisfied with the work that's happening there. So we collaborate with parents in that. And when those situations unfortunately don't always go maybe the way that we'd like them to, we try to find something else. And obviously there's certain times where we have to reach out to DHS or juvenile court system for attendance or for other matters, and we collaborate with those folks as well. So if you guys have any questions for us, these people would love to answer your questions. Okay, I don't want to steal the thunder for everybody else. I'll let them talk too.
Hello, I'm Carla Stroud. I'm one of the counselors at Mountain Home Junior High. My partner Stephanie DeMett couldn't be here tonight. This is Miranda Cotter and Rebecca Cruz, and they are at Pinkston. So we're going to talk about middle level now. As you can already see, school counselors wear many hats, and we change those hats very frequently, usually a lot of times within 1 hour. And we can't really share with you in 15 minutes what we do in one day, much less everything we're responsible for. Because we end up running 2 crisis situations, not away from them. So what we're doing oftentimes has to halt for a moment so that we can take care of needs for students and teachers. Something that we have really focused on at the junior high this year is goal setting. I took on a huge personal goal of my own this year, and it taught me so much, so I knew that if it helped me, that it would help tons of other people. So we have challenged our staff and students for all kinds of different healthy habits and goals that they can meet for themselves. This feeds into what Pinkston is doing an amazing job at. They are also doing SEL lessons for staff and students, and they're incorporating challenges. And when they meet those challenges, they're entered into a drawing for a certificate or something awesome like that. Pouring into our staff is something that is very important to us. We feel that they have a huge responsibility, so we have to support them and make sure that everyone is feeling their best. So it's so important to us that we have reached out to local partners and gotten gift cards and things like that. Also, counseling centers have raised funds so that we can make sure to pour into our people. We have a coffee bar at the junior high that a local church sponsors, so teachers can come in and out and grab coffee. We have sponsored a tailgate party, a chili and soup cook-off recently, and we throw confetti a lot because celebrating people is so important, to let them know that we really care about what they're doing and we're proud of the things that they're achieving. We also counsel teachers a lot. They have big jobs and they need someone to walk with them through professional things and personal things. So we not only help students, we help staff. Pinkston also is doing a great job of highlighting different staff members each month and the great things that they're doing with their students. And then we just love to partner with community members who want to pour it into our teachers and our students, because when we pour it into our students, they become better members of the community and are able to reach their academic and personal goals. So, do you have anything to add to that?
Beautiful.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Sherry Smith from the high school, and this is Tracy Stevens and Stephanie Caraway. So Mr. Duffy and Ms. Stroud did a very good job really explaining a lot of the things that is done through all the campuses with the counselors. And tonight I just want to highlight some of the things that we do at the high school that looks a little different because of the age group difference. Ms. Stroud shared some things that is similar between our 2 campuses because of the grade level, like I say, the grade level piece. But they were talking about classroom lessons earlier. At the high school level, how that looks different for us is we do our lessons during the RTI time, that top grade. Our lessons are focused around what students have brought to us on topics that they feel like is needed for their age group. The RTI lessons that we do, a lot of times we'll partner with someone in the community or school-based mental health will partner with us on some of those lessons. Another big piece at the high school is our LT thrift store. So this time of the year, we automatically think about Christmas project, right? And with the generous help of our community, we were able to provide Christmas to 265 students, I think was the number, students within our district this year. But the LT thrift store is a lot more than that. We're able to provide just basic needs for our students, our high school students, and we partner with Bridges on that too in our community through the snack program as well as clothing and other basic needs. We also work with our students at the high school to make sure that they are ready for one of the 3 E's. We've been seeing a lot of that, right? So employment, enlistment, or enrollment. So what are they going to do after high school? So we work together with the college and career coaches to make sure that we have met with every single student to make sure that we have them on track to where they are ready to move forward. And with that, that's where ASU Mountain Home has come in and has been a big part for the new scholarship program through the A2A money and the concurrent credit classes. This year alone has really kind of stood out for the use of that money, and we worked really well, all of us have, getting students enrolled in concurrent credit classes. First semester, I think the high school students completed 264 classes through ASU Mountain Home, just in one semester. So with that, along with everything else that the other 2 counselors have already mentioned, I mean, it's just a building block, right, on getting students to graduate. So graduation success, I think, is our ultimate goal for all of our students, and it takes all of us with all the different things that was mentioned tonight to get there. So with that being said, this week, between the high school and Guy Berry, we have 16 seniors and 1 junior that will complete this week as a December early grad. So it's what we think is pretty good for our young kids. Any questions for us? If so, Mr. Matt Sutton and Heather would be happy to answer those.
So I wanted to take just 1 second and tell you a little bit about what they won't tell you, which is what's happening in between these photos that you don't see and what's going on behind the scenes. There's some of the most humble folks in the district. That's why they didn't want to talk about anything. It's like pulling teeth to get them up here. But Ms. Hatman mentioned the world of school counseling has changed. And some of you guys may know, but these folks are wired in a way that is pretty special. Somebody that will run to the crisis, like Carla mentioned, somebody that will run to the chaos, run to the crying, run to the hurting, open their doors to the needy and the broken, and everything that is behind the scenes that's even hard to discuss. And I wanted you to be able to see that, to be able to do those things while then coming into their next meeting and having those smiles on their face is a pretty special thing to have, and we're honored to get to celebrate them for a second today. I don't know if you've ever been able to sit in the discomfort of a mental health crisis, but that's a tough thing to do. To sit with somebody who's been traumatized, to sit with somebody who's been abused, somebody who's been harmed in unspeakable ways, and these folks do this on a regular basis willingly. Folks that are having panic attacks, having mental health induced seizures, these are things that are happening in between those smiling photos. And I didn't want to miss the fact that they're capable of doing that. So these folks stay late at night. They're here waiting on DHS to respond to a hotline call, or a hospital to get us an ambulance so that we can get a student to acute care. Or lately, it's been to purchase and sort and deliver packages so that not one student in Mountain Home wakes up on Christmas morning without a gift to open. So it's special stuff. They crawl into that trench willingly. They crawl out of that trench every day, and they try to dust the mud off that's left from that trench, and then they go home to their families, and often just emotionally bruised and battered, and sometimes physically and they do that with purpose and with passion, and they do it the next day again. So I definitely didn't want you to not see that value that they're doing, that they didn't want to talk about. You can wrap up on this.
Okay, that was a emotional, thanks a lot. The last slide, I asked our admin to kind of give me some words, and it would be way too long for me to read all of it about every counselor, but these were some words that kind of stood out to us, and then I'm going to read some phrases about some of our school counselors. These are from admin that work with these counselors every day. Compassion and connection with others are unparalleled. Makes others feel safe, understood, and supported. The quiet strength behind the scenes. Compassion and connections with students. Safe and supportive environments where every child feels seen, heard, and valued. Keen awareness of student needs, strengths, and weaknesses to guide them. Champions the whole child. Helps students turn their uncertainty about their future into clear, confident pathways towards success. Thank you.
Thank you.
Questions?
No, thank you for sharing.
Okay, Susan Gatewood is still part of your crew too.
Yes,
I
I
didn't
don't know
hear,
where
I
she
thought,
is.
where is Susan? Yeah, so
Good
there's
example of somebody who did not want to talk about it.
She didn't want to go.
Tell her she was called out. She'll know who did it. Yeah.
The need for y'all in our district cannot be understated or overstated, excuse me. I've heard consistently just how fantastic and what a fantastic job y'all do. So we really appreciate it. There's such a need, and there's so few of y'all, really. What do y'all need? Like, what can we do other than, I mean, obviously we have personnel constraints, so we can't just go double how many of y'all there are, but what else can we do to support y'all in what y'all are doing within our district? Anybody have anything on the top of their head?
We all had a script, so we didn't go rogue, so Matt better,
Yeah.
Matt better be the spokesperson here.
No, I mean, I think one of the things, Scott, just like tonight, they didn't want to do this, but
Yeah.
like being able to be recognized and for us to get to put some slides up for them, I think it was huge. They won't tell you that, but
Sure.
it was to just be honored a little bit. Ms. Hatman jokingly said, in her 28 years, nobody's
We've
ever
never done this
had the
for school
counselors here, so
counselors.
that
Okay.
was something really special to this.
He
board
told me I
did.
couldn't say that. I
Ah.
can't.
Gosh. Oh, wow. Well, we're glad you're here tonight, so thank y'all.
Thanks.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you. Financial reports, Ms. Carter.
Y'all aren't gonna stay for the fun stuff?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good.
We'll start with the statement of changes in fund balance for the month ending November 30th, 2025. We ended the month of November with $18,277,098.53. Just to draw your attention to Fund 4,000, you can see where we made that payment. We talked about that last month because it made our fund tracking look a little bit different, but
Mhm.
thankfully, as I told you it would catch up, it did. Are there any questions? Moving on to the statement of changes in revenues and expenditures. We had total revenues of $9,546,655.45 with total expenditures of $4,113,683.81.
Any questions?
Okay, moving on to our monthly operating fund balance tracking. You can see that our balance did catch up. We had a little, it wasn't a mishap, it just got paid in a different month last month for our debt service payment. And so that's a big chunk of money, and so it was reflected in this balance. And now for November, we've caught back up with that, so.
questions? Okay. Moving on.
Next, we have the statement of changes in activity funds for November. We ended the month of November with $623,104.31 with all funds combined.
No questions?
The following 2 pages are graphs. Actually, is there 1 or 2?
2.
Yeah, 2, okay. The first one is for the month of November, and then the second one is from just a repeat of last month for October.
Thank you for that.
That's good.
Looking at, actual through November, where, you see where your percentages, like your purchased property services and stuff, is that, does that fall into like maintenance and operations, or what?
Yeah, some would.
So like if a heating and air unit goes down, that's reflected in that amount?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Any other questions? Okay. So the rest of that is just your report.
The following reports are the system reports and the check register for November.
Thank you, Leah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Refer to your board report for enrollment as presented. Stu, do you have any updates there?
This is the exact same number of students that we had last month, which is unique and a first for me. So 3,656 students, down still right up, getting close to 100 students from this time last year. We will have 16, I think is what she said, early grads, 16, 17 early grads that you will notice we will not have next month. So hopefully we'll have several move in over Christmas.
I've talked to a few.
She has actually talked to
Okay. Student transfers?
one in and one out.
It's a wash.
It's a wash.
Okay. Okay, moving on to our security end-of-year update. Mr. Helmert?
Yes.
Good evening.
Well, hello. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Okay, so y'all all have this. We'll move on here. I'm going to just read off of this right here. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but I started this somewhere kind of in 25 at the end of the year. See something, say something. It's an anonymous tip line for our 6th through 12th grade. And if you can open up the link and see how it is. It's where kids can come in and report risky behavior. What I usually do, I'll get the email and I kind of look at it and see if I need to forward it to the principal. So it's just a way a kid can report something, vaping. I know Justin has gotten several of them. Kids will just send all kinds of things to me. I kind of weed through them, and if it's something that a principal needs to know, I will forward that to them. So it's kind of worked out. It's kind of getting out there. Jennifer really helped me get that together, but it's on, what's it on?
It's on our website, and then it's also on Canvas.
On Canvas, how kids can get to it. So, anyway, that's going well. Matter of fact, I got one this week and forwarded it to the principal. Y'all have any questions on see something, say something?
No, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's something good for our kids.
Yep.
Our district-wide interior doorknobs have been installed. As you can see, the key is on the outside, and there's nothing on the inside where you can unlock it. So if the door is closed, it is locked. So
Foolproof.
if you walk down the hallway and you see a door open, it's open. If you see a door closed, you know it's locked. So those have been installed and everything's been rekeyed to our new master.
Good.
So that went well. I know Miss Dewey probably sent y'all the picture of the wrap. There's not a wrap, but the decals. But I thought it looks nice. Thought it looked really nice, and I've got a lot of compliments on it.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, thought it looked good.
And this was quite the gift.
Yeah, yeah. So And I think when I get with Clay, we kind of get together, we're gonna do a press release on that, thanking him and for what he did to donate that. So that was really nice. Our lockdown drills and our shades, our drills have been completed. Went well, we learned a lot, some not so well, but we're getting better at it. So we're gonna do one this next semester that's gonna be unannounced, and but it is getting better. And so our lockdown shades, if y'all can see that, it's you got a little rip cord right there, and it's Velcro, and when you pull it, it just drops. So, and that covers up the window, just for lockdowns. Yeah, you don't, you know, if you're in there teaching, you don't have it down. So those have been installed. All right, our back gate got installed yesterday. So as you can see, kind of where it's at, it's on the ag right part of the parking drive on the far end. So I haven't got it closed yet. I just did that, take a picture, but after Christmas, we're gonna get the word out. We did put up signs, no through traffic, but how many people read signs? So we just got to get used to it. So that has been installed at the far end. Our next one, it will have to be, I'm going to put it right there by the cafeteria where the CBI house is.
Okay.
So that will be completely closed.
And then
During the day.
And that's just opened up then for buses to
Yeah, so
travel
in the
through?
mornings it's opened up, then it'll be opened up about 2:30, 2:45 to let them out.
Okay.
Other than that, it'll be closed.
And they're closed at night?
Yes.
Okay. So no through traffic,
through
no matter
traffic
what?
at all. I mean, that's a
Okay.
private drive.
Yeah.
That's school property. I mean, people don't need to be driving around it.
Yeah.
So. Any questions on the gate? Which I think is a great thing.
Mhm.
It's something that needs to be done. It needed to be done a while back. The other thing I wanted to mention, that as you can see, our weapons detection system, that is a picture that I'm gonna start. So Entry Shield, who we partnered with to get these, they didn't donate these, but they're letting me use them, an extra set at the gym. So I'm gonna start using them during games, people coming in. So you can kind of see where that's set. It's right outside inside the entry. So I think the first night I'm going to use that is Monday night, the 22nd. That's when I'm going to get those things out and start utilizing them. But Entry Shield, when I went to them, I said, listen, man, I could use an extra set. I don't want to have to take them from the cafeteria to the gym and back and forth. And so they were nice enough to say, hey, we got an extra set you can use. So I'm just keeping those at the gym. And they also donated a couple of iPads as well for secretaries at the junior high and high school. So it's really nice of them to do. All right, so I'm sure Ms. Dewey shared with y'all, we did get the COPS grant for radios, which is a great thing, something that we really need. Did get the RFP out. And we will be doing sealed bids on that. I think they need to be in February 3rd. So I've already met with 3 companies, doing a walkthrough, making sure everything, how we communicate, make sure it reaches and what we're doing works. So looking forward to that. I think that's a good thing for our district.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
So,
Instant communication.
yeah, where I can be here, I can talk to Nelson Wilkes.
Mhm.
So, anyway, y'all got any questions?
No. Thank you for the update.
You bet.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Good job.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Great work.
Board action items. First item is request to approve related party disclosures, board resolution. Don't eat all the cookies, Tommy.
I'm going to kill it,
6:30, board action.
Tonight, we're bringing a related party disclosure, and we wanted to bring this to your attention because it does involve Tommy Knight and his place of business. The resolution is related to emergency air service plans that we offer to our employees as a benefit. And we started this service prior to him ever being on the board. And so what happens is we offer this benefit to the employees. They can participate if they'd like. The requirement is we pay the Air Medcare network up front for all of the employees that are interested or that want to participate. And then throughout the year, we are payroll deducting so that it doesn't cost the district anything. It's strictly a benefit the employee can volunteer to participate in. So our payment does go directly to Air Medcare Network, and whatever business they do with Mr. Knight is what they do. So we did want to make sure that the board was aware and the public was aware of these transactions that are occurring. He is employed by Insurance Marketplace, and so the resolution says to do business with Insurance Marketplace, but we're actually doing the business with Air Medcare Network. So it may be something you might want to change the wording if you feel like we need to on this. The way the resolution's written, it appears that we're doing it directly with him, and it's really not directly with his business. But we wanted to be transparent about it.
We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion? This is clearly just being transparent.
Yes.
There's nothing.
I don't see
I
any
would-
conflict of interest since came as prior to being on the board.
Well, and there's no school money exchanging
Right.
hands.
Well, the
It's-
school
it's-
is paying
School
for
up
it,
front.
but it's payroll deducted and
Yeah.
it washes.
And the employee makes the decision to either opt in or not do it, right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Total independent
Yeah.
decision.
Okay. Any more discussion? All those in favor? It's unanimous. Tommy, you can come back now.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lee.
Those cookies get to them?
Yeah. Thanks for coming out, Madison. Next item is request to approve certified salary schedule addition.
So at last month's board meeting, the board sent to PPC a salary schedule amendment to add on the therapist salary schedule. And I'm just here because PPC approved it. So, simple, short and sweet. I ask that you'd approve the changes to the salary schedule as presented.
Got a recommendation?
Yeah. I make a motion that we approve the certified salary schedule addition as presented.
I'll second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? I think this is a good thing. We are not hiring anybody. We are putting an addition to the salary schedule. There is no name tied to this at all. So this is just hopefully preparing for the future.
Hopefully save some money somewhere.
Somewhere, yep.
We've got good relationships with our contractors, good symbiotic relationships. They help us, we help them, but this gives us the opportunity to bring somebody in if they want to work for the district. We have a salary schedule for them, which it's a win-win, I think.
Yep, that's right. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous? Thanks, Madison.
Thank you.
Love the sweater. Next item is request to approve a bus. Mr. Rose, good evening.
Thanks for having me back.
Of course.
Yeah, tonight, coming to you, we've got, let me get my glasses here, so hold on.
You want to borrow mine?
Full new clicks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man.
We call him Dr. Connor.
Yeah, she's. Hey, so you guys know, we talked about this a few months ago, trying to steadily build back our fleet. We kind of had a lapse there for a little while. We kind of got slow in replacing some older buses, so we're still kind of chasing it a little bit there. So, first of all, just want to remind you that tonight is going to come to you. We've got a little background here. So with that being known, we are in need of a 28 passenger bus, one of the smaller buses that we utilize for a lot of different activities and stuff, but mainly for routes for a lot of our special needs students. Those things help us get in and out of smaller subdivisions, dead-end streets, things like that. For instance, the one that this one's trying to replace right now, we're having to have a few families bring their kids out to the main roads because we can't get a big bus down there and turn it around. So it kind of creates, as you could understand, several issues. But so we are in need of a 28 passenger bus. This one would replace an existing bus of the same size. It has been held up really well, served us well. It's pushing close to 250,000 miles, over 240. And then it's also picked up a couple new mechanical issues. We thought when we brought it in to fix an alternator, found out that number one, it was a really expensive special order alternator, but then once we did our other inspections to do oil and everything, it also had oil and antifreeze, which we knew means we got major issues. Yeah, we know what that is, right, Jason? So, looking at cost in that and what cost that thing's actually worth at this point, Paul, Mr. Belknap estimated, he said if we take that to auction, it's probably gonna bring about $800. So, to think to put $8,000 in something that's that old and worn out is probably not the best idea. Of course, I went to my boss ladies there, and Miss Dewey, Miss Cotter, Miss Donna. They went and looked and did some things, checked things, and Miss Dewey gave me approval to go ahead and write this up, bring it to you guys tonight. So I thank them for that. So this is going to allow us to replace that higher mileage. It's 28 passenger we're looking at. It's a Collins Chevrolet gasoline powered bus. And we have had good luck and performance and reliability with them in the past. So we've located this one. This one's actually has already been moved down to around Ozark up in Missouri. That's outside of Springfield there. Mr. Belknap's already went and laid eyes on it and hands on it and looked at it. It is exactly what we're hoping to get and what we need. And so it's readily available. We're not going to have to wait for this to be built or anything. It potentially could be done as quick, if this gets approved, as quick as when we come back in January. Literally, we'll need letters and things like that. So it could happen pretty quick, and we can get it in our fleet almost immediately. So that's what we're hoping for, and they'll get it fitted out with the Arkansas standards and equipment. So the recommendation is to approve the purchase of a new 2025 Collins 28 passenger school bus in the amount of $105,900.
Heard the recommendation. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the bus purchase.
Second it.
We've got a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion?
We have to keep buying buses. We've had this conversation before, but what do we have, 52 buses? I mean, even if you replace 2 a year, that's 26 years a life cycle, and that's too much. So we need to be budgeting for 3 to 4 buses a year to keep them. So, yeah.
This is a little bit off this bus, but how many miles a day do you guys run?
We've said in the past, and I took it off here, but roughly around 2,000.
A day.
1,000 in the morning, 1,000 in the afternoon, on rough gravel, bumpy roads.
A lot of it is on tough roads.
Yeah.
Anything out, as you guys know, if we head out north,
Yep.
it's out this way too, but it's, we got some roads. A lot of wear and tear.
Is this a budgeted purchase?
Yes and no, not really, but like I said, the ladies looked like they had some room there in the budget from the beginning of the year that we could.
We wanted
Where
to.
they come from.
Sorry, Mr. Rose, I didn't mean to interrupt you. We wanted to do this last year, so we went ahead and left some in our beginning balance. I think y'all will notice if you look at the beginning balance from last year, went ahead and left some there, knowing our expenses could include a bus, depending on how things were going, and we think we're good to bring this to you tonight.
Yeah.
My recommendation would be put in the budget every year for some buses,
sir.
because we
Yeah.
know we need them.
We did one, but we
But
prob-
one, yeah, one doesn't
but
cut
like
it,
you
so.
said,
And not budgeting it appropriately can actually cost you money long-term, as we spoke about in previous
Right.
meetings, you know, with the
Well, we
maintenance of
talked
them.
about it.
Yeah,
We
so,
missed out on a new
Yeah.
one. That
Yeah.
was a sped bus with a lift.
Yeah.
They got it at a really low rate.
We've either
It's okay.
not got to provide transportation, or we got to do it right. And this is required purchases to do it right, so.
Okay. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? It's unanimous. Thanks, Mr. Rose.
You got
Buy your
that?
bus, buddy. That's
hang
all
on
right.
can Mr. Rose share something?
Yeah.
Just real briefly, I'm not gonna give you the full gamut of the bus. We did just get finished up with our state bus inspections last week. The fellows came in, there's 2 of them came in this time, they stayed with us for about 3 or 4 days. As you know, we're a little short-handed around the shop right now. However, Mr. Belknap, which is he's a mechanic at heart, and it's his skill, and he, along with Philip Reed, and then we hired him as a permanent sub. However, he's pretty handy. He's a former FedEx driver, retired, and he's been around vehicles for a long time, and he's just a go-getter. So with Paul's guidance and leadership in there side by side, and Philip's desire to jump in there and help us, we pulled in a substitute to come in and help some too. Don't care to get his hands dirty, Justin Brodell. The inspection come back pretty good. Still got room to grow, but they did say it's much better than last year. His exact words were
Much improvement.
much improved. Buses were in a lot better shape this year. Paul, Philip, and Justin are doing a good job. They were really helpful, fixed a lot of the small things and things that they found through the inspections before he left that they were able to go ahead and pass and clear. So it was definitely an improvement from past. So I just want to share that and give those guys all the credit, because I'm telling you, they busted their humps over there for about a month and a half straight. They put in a lot of hours.
Good deal.
That's great.
Tell them thank you.
Tell them
That was
thank
a-
you for us, yeah.
That was a positive, yes.
Very good.
They've worked hard. They deserve it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Very cool. Thank you, Jeff.
Okay, moving on to board discussion. I've got couple little things here. I have noticed myself and some others, and going back and looking at our video, where I have engaged in a little side conversation while somebody's talking or presenting, or I have talked over somebody while somebody is talking. It's hard to interpret on the video, so I kind of feel for some of those viewers that are trying to do that, but it's almost being disrespectful to my other board members. We're all passionate. We're trying to get through these different things, and they're good things, but let your board members speak and finish so that we can let you speak and finish. We're all adults, we're all professionals, and I hope it helps people viewing online as well. We don't need to be talking over each other or just, and I said, like the little sidebar conversation, it's hard to get through. And that kind of segues into the next thing, is we are dealing with some very, say, passionate things that we all love. They're near and dear to our hearts, some of these agenda items. Those they have to be discussed in here. As much as I would like to talk to any one of you about these things that I'm passionate about, it's not right. Well, it's against the law. As much as it is right, we mean no harm when we do it, but it is against the law. So this is our time, this is our place to discuss these things, and we need to bring it in here. And I feel we've got a fantastic opportunity to discuss these real issues or real things as they come up. I mean, this is our time, this is our place. And that also, it also reminded me that this is a meeting held in public. It is not a public meeting. So when we get outcries from the audience, that's not okay either. If we call upon somebody to discuss a specific topic, great. But to have audience members interrupt, that's not okay either. So, don't mean to rain on anybody's parade. I just needed to get it out there. And that's all I have on that. We did have a great time in Little Rock at ASBA. It was very, I say refreshing. It was nice to hear from our education commissioner, and he brought quite a bit of data, and it was really awesome to hear that we are starting to move that needle, that as a state we are getting better, as a nation we are getting better. I think our Department of Ed is finally working for us, and assisting our teachers to make sure assessments are what they need to be and they have the curriculum needed to get things done. So it was kind of refreshing to hear that from him. Overall, it was a good conference. So.
I think he made, there was a teacher there that made a point to say, you can't just say third grade, it comes from kindergarten all the way up. And I thought that was a good thing.
On the note of the annual conference, sorry I wasn't able to join y'all. I did watch online on Thursday, eye-wateringly, stare at my computer monitor. So sorry to miss that. I believe you got an award, didn't you, while you were down there?
I did.
Okay.
It's the Pinnacle Award for its 200 plus hours of Arkansas School Board approved continuing education.
Well done, sir. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You also got an award, Scott. I don't mean to talk over you, but you did too.
Well, I missed that. Okay. I want to just give a quick recognition. I went to the high school band concert on Sunday afternoon, and I just wanted to give Mr. Chetnick, Mr. May, and the entire band just some recognition, because it was fantastic to hear what they did. If y'all didn't get to see it in person this year, put it on your to-do list for next year, because it was really well done. So Mr. Chetnick, Mr. May, all those band members, well done. Congratulations on a really great Christmas concert that they gave.
If y'all remember in the lunch meeting in November, we went to Hackler, and Ms. Goodwin presented a reading initiative, and she needed some books. And so due to that meeting, I was able to go to the Education Foundation meeting. And I had it specific. Ms. Goodwin sent me a very detailed list of the book sets, and I had it $1,950 some odd cents. And the foundation board was so excited about the initiative that they upped it to $2,500 to buy some rewards and things to go with it. So that is the purpose of the Mountain Home Education Foundation, and I hope other principals, other faculty, if they see a need that's really going to help boost their program, give the foundation board a chance to hear it. Ms. Goodwin came in at a moment's notice. I should have thought of that sooner for her to come speak, and she stayed and did an excellent job. And it's exciting to support the schools financially with fundraising that's already been done. That's nice. You don't have to go back and ask the community for more. The community's already given. So I thought that was pretty fun, that every book can be purchased now.
Speaking of books, I'll just mention this real quick. And I probably should have said this even when Ms. Cotter was here, but as soon as this book, I actually pre-ordered this book. As soon as I got word that, hey, it was getting published, it was going to be on Amazon, I pre-ordered it, and I got it, and I've read it to my kids multiple times. So it's a fantastic book, and yes, you can get it on Amazon. So to Ms. Cotter, very well done. A lot of folks don't know, but it's a very small Marine Corps. Her husband is a Marine, Dean Cotter. We were actually deployed together in 2011. Before I ever moved here, before I ever knew them, we were on a very small deployment on the same ship together, doing the same things, and came here. It's like, wow, look at this, what a small world. But The Boy with the Flower Eye, what a great book and great message, so, make a great Christmas present.
You brought up Scott's award, but you neglected to bring up that we are sitting in front of a master board member. So, but Molly did receive her master board award this year, so.
That's $6, you can get a cup of coffee.
Only at some places.
Oh,
Where are you going?
Any other discussion? Okay, you're up, boss.
Well, I want to congratulate 3 of our board members for the awards they received at the ASBA conference. Congratulations, Mr. Booth, receiving the Certificate of Boardmanship, which I believe is 25 hours of ASBA recognized continuing ed. Ms. Molly Morgan, Master Board Member, 50 hours, is that correct? And then Mr. Jason Schmetzky, Pinnacle Award. He got to go up front, got a beautiful item of recognition, and super proud because these awards are based on training, and that means that you've been willing to go above and beyond, and I know all of you are well on your way to these because you don't just do the minimum. You train and make sure you've got what you need to do the best job you can do on this board, so thank you. Christmas is just around the corner. Our students, our staff, our teachers, our administrators are ready for a winter break. So just a last minute shout out to them for the teaching and learning opportunities that they provide to our kids every single day. And I hope they know how thankful that this community is, that these families are, and that I am for the work that they do. As of today, the next official board meeting the next official meeting of this board will be January 15th. So it's early in January because I believe the 1st is a Thursday. So it's right just a week after we get back to work, but that is the next official board event. Happy holidays, and that's all I've got.
Next item on the agenda is employee hearing, but I don't think
That employee's
we don't have to have that employee hearing. So now we'll move into executive session for personnel, employment, resignations, and transfers. Thank you all.
That wins.
Getting it out there.
Yes, it did.
Howling.